majesty of your psychic intellect and made you my puppet.
It's a bullseye! And here's your host, Jim Boyd!
Sorry if I scared you. You'll like this bit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am stoked and happy to be with you in this, joining you across the magics of the interwebs. I hope everyone is doing well. I like my idea of I'm going to have a little put a playlist on, right, before each show. If you want to check in at the chat early, you'll hear what I'm listening to, right? That'll get you an idea of what my mood is, right? We're going to have, I think about 10, 15 minutes before I'll start putting up a playlist. Just what I'm listening to at the time. I don't normally go to the chat this early, but Genuine Comics is there. How you doing, mate? I have not seen you for yonks. How many comics do you have out now? This guy is like the Stan Lee of Comicsgate, man. Every time I look, he's got a new book out. And they've all got very attractive young ladies on them. May I say, they look like high-quality products. If you're a mod, I think you are, could you put a link to whatever your latest campaign is into the chat? Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. I forgot it was Sunday, right? I put on the wrong intro. If you're wondering why we had the double intro there, I was like, oh, bollocks! It's bloody Sunday. That's me. Always working, nose always to the grindstone. Doesn't matter, it's Friday. I take the good, the holy Sabbath off, of course. That's what one does. And thank God I did. A bit of a weird one this week. Okay, so listen, I am a bit Mycroft Holmesy. I have my lines that I travel along them, right? I like, if ever I suggest doing anything different to what I normally do, my family's like, wait, what? I'm not joking. They're like, wait, what? No, you sure? I mean, are you sure you want to turn left instead of right? Are you sure? I mean, because they really freak out when I do anything different. They get scared, right? When I do something different. So, are you sure you want to go on holiday? No, I think I can do that. Anyway, I digress. So Sabbath is normally, right? Basically, this is what it is. It's because it's so late now. I'm too bloody tired to go to synagogue by the time Friday rolls around. I'm like, oh God. So we have pajama Shabbat normally, right? Where we all basically but it comes in around 6:30 now, 6:37, right? By that time, we're all like in like our pajama-y type clothes, right? On the couches, chilling out, right? And then we ate for it to get dark enough. We have a bit of a chat, bit of a snooze, try not to kill each other. So then we have Sabbath dinner, which normally it's more people, but it's just me, my wife, and my daughter right now. Normally you have another kid home, but whatever. So that is we have kiddush, which is we wash our hands. You do a ritual washing of your hands. If you ever come to me, if you're ever in Israel, please come by for Sabbath. The food's good. Okay, so and this is just the regular one. If ever guests are coming, my wife's like, oh no, we have to, pluck a pheasant. I'm like, really, and stuff's not. No, we got to do something crazy. She does. She cooks like crazy. Anyway, it's normally. You do this ritual washing hand 3 times in one hand, 3 times the other, right? It's how they would how you ritually purify your hand to eat bread. It's so complicated, right? Are you just washing your hands? Okay. God, man, it's everything. That's the thing. You buy everything, you got to explain everything because it's all weird, right? I forgot we have to sing these couple of religious songs. We do these songs beforehand, okay? We sing the song, basically not with any glee or gusto. On the couch like this. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei. Just like that, okay? With that, and there's the other one is more complicated, so we just kind of cheat. And we get it like a and in a minute I cut to the last line, which is okay, but that's beforehand, actually at the food. So then I say a blessing over wine, or grape juice in our case, and everybody has it. But you don't say anything. No, you're not allowed to say anything after you wash your hands, right? That's the important. See, it's like wouldn't it be great if I didn't tell you the rules and you had to guess them? It's like some awful kind of horrible role play event. Okay, no, you're not supposed to speak after you wash your hands until you get bread. But before the bread, you have to have the wine. Okay, this is every Friday night. You have to have the wine, right? I haven't even got the bit where we deviated yet. Okay, this is still normal. So then had the wine, right? Then I say a blessing over bread. My wife made bread. She was very self-conscious about this bread because she froze the dough last week. She makes every week because she's what we call a tzaddik. She makes her own challah for Shabbat. And she froze the challah last week, and she tried to put it. It came out very dense. I thought it was freaking awesome. It was like sourdough. It was really good. But she wasn't thrilled until we ate it, and it was like, oh, that's pretty good. I've read you know talk. So then, what we normally do? Okay, this is the normal thing. Also, in the at one point when I cut the bread, okay, this is how monotonous I am. Like my routine, how much it's I have a routine. I hum in my head the theme tune by Roland River, and his band was called Raw Sex. Okay, for the French and Saunders show. We went French and Saunders. So I'm having some as I hum. And what if I ever don't do that? My daughter hums it because she can't stand it not being there. Because to her it's part of the freaking ritual. I just had it in my head. Okay, it just happened, and that's what happened. Anyway. So then we have the chicken soup, right? The Jewy chicken soup, which is as chicken soup, obviously broth, but it has these dumplings in them. These kind of weird Jewy dumplings. I don't know how to describe them. Called matzo balls. Now there is some controversy about the matzo ball. Should it be light and fluffy or hard like a bullet? Hard like a bullet, baby. But my wife says no, light and fluffy. It's a big so my daughter likes the hard like a bullet ones, right? I normally don't have at all. But anyway, and there's also vegetables in it and chicken soup, right? All right. So then and then again, this is just our regular one. And then we have the main course, which is normally incredibly good roast potatoes. This is my mother's recipe, and God bless her, she did us proud. Okay, here's how you make perfect roast potatoes, right? Cut them up, obviously. I mean, peel them, cut them up, boil them, right? Or if you want to cheat, put them in the microwave. But boil them is good till they're not too soft, right? Just so you can get your fork in. Then put them in a pan. Cut up an onion, oil, boom. About 2 hours at the highest temperature you can have. Freaking awesome, right? I have an erection telling you this now, and I feel that's the right and proper response, right? Because it's that good, right? So yeah, potatoes, peas, obviously. Yeah, it's not a meal without peas, is it? So just that's a Lebetkin motto. It's not a meal without peas, mate. Right? And then either normally a roast chicken. It's actually again. This is weird. It's my mother's recipe, but my mother didn't give it to anyone. She died with it, and then we discovered it. We went to a friend of ours, had it. I'm like, oh, there you go. Apparently, you put a chicken in the middle of a pan and sprinkle salt around the outside of the pan, not touching the chicken, and cook it. I mean, I will say cutting up an onion. This always sounds good. My mother used to do a thing where she cut the skin, right, and then she would put big mushrooms in under the skin as it cooked. So that was that's pretty good. So that's the basic Friday night meal. However, we strayed from that, right? So we strayed from that. We had, because it's only the three of us, we got steaks, and it was freaking awesome, right? We got these really good steaks, and my wife made all this fried onions, and we had baked potatoes, but it was very, very disturbing. But here's the most disturbing thing: we didn't get the chicken soup. No, we had French onion soup, and that was awesome, right? That was very good. Anyway, but the biggest change was it was a big bar mitzvah. It was the double bar mitzvah at the synagogue this week. The double bar mitzvah, that's a big deal, right? That's it. So it was packed, right? It was packed out and kind of crazy. But because we're good friends. So, firstly, they had a kiddish. So, this is what I normally do. I go at the 7:30 prayer group. I get home at 9. I'm into my underwear pajamas by 9:02. Right? We're having kiddish. Kiddish is like a little snacky snack meal that you have in the morning, like a brunchy, like a light brunch. I would describe it. Oh, speaking of which, just a aside, mental note. I said I should mention this. I went out with my wife on Friday. We went to this awesome place made by where all the food's made by like special needs kids, right? So you feel really virtuous, and it's awesome. It was really good. I thought I was like, I was being nice. It was so. If I can get my wife to send photos of it, I will. That was awfully good. Anyway, I digress. So synagogue's better. Well, because we're good friends, so they had the kiddish, which is like a big deal at the synagogue. So, but I had to keep my pants on. I wasn't happy. I was out my routine, right? I was out my routine. Oi. I'd already sit on the couch and read a comic book, right? After the kiddish, in my underwear. Or, in my loungy wear. That's my time, baby. No. Had that stolen. Right? And I'm really enjoying rereading Criminal by Ed Brubaker. And awesome, mate. Absolutely awesome. How somebody hasn't got option that as it's an entire freaking awesome universe. It's season after season of incredibly good stories. Criminal by Ed Brubaker has been going on for a while. If you can see in the background there's where is it? It's a thicker hardback called Cruel Summer. That is there. I think it's that. That looks like Lutheran, right? Cruel Summer is that's the one. Okay, I'm touching it now. She cried. Cruel Summer, freaking awesome. I got the review on this channel. It is it's just a absolutely wonderful crime noir comic book, like graphic novel. It's really thick. It's really good. It's really, really good. It's got nostalgic. It's with a great. So I can't believe there was option that. I freaking love Criminal. Anyway. Actually, you know what I've been surprised about as well? Like there's not been a big budget live action Jerry Anderson universe, right? That seems like it should be huge, right? Because the thing about Jerry Anderson's problems, especially his prime ones, isn't that they were puppets. It's that they were very, very good, right? I think Captain Scarlet would be an awesome movie, right? I mean, like a live action, played straight Captain Scarlet, right? Who would be Captain Scarlet? I mean, I always thought Tom Cruise. You got to have that like kind of runny espionage thing. Not Henry Cavill because he's everything, right? And he's also a bit too chunky. And not Tom Hiddleston because he's everything. He's perfect for everything. He's insanely good. But he would be a good Captain Scarlet as well. I mean, I hate to say it. Who is dishy, right? You need kind of like a dishy, a hard-edged Hugh Grant. I'm trying to think who that would be. You know what? Okay. You know who could really pull it off? And this could be a career-making movie for a role for him. Matt Smith as Captain Scarlet. That would be crazy, right? I bet he could do the running, right? I reckon Matt Smith could pull off Captain and get David Tennant as Captain Black. Fuck! Oh, man, I'm having a fangasm. Stop! That's crazy. Yes, Matt Smith as Captain Scarlet and David Tennant as Captain Black. That would be freaking insane. Oh man, that would I think that would really sell very well, right? I think and it's not just the joke Doctor Who casting, although you got to get Karen Gillan in it as well now. Like, let's try and get as many people in as possible. You get not Anthony Hopkins, Derek Jacobi as Captain as Colonel White. It casts itself. This is crazy. Oh my god. I mean, okay. Again, I kind of like the idea of Noel Clarke as Captain Blue. I mean, really? Russell, mate, Russell. Call up Jerry Anderson or whatever his son's name is. Works at Big Finish all the time. What's the guy's name? Whatever. Call him up. He'll bite your hand off. Like that'll be a great schedule. You Captain Scarlet, Thunderbirds, obviously. Lady Penelope is a TV series. I think Lady Penelope TV series would be awesome. You need a sexy spy woman. Oh, that'd be hot. Who would be good for that? Gotta be English. And I hate to recast Sophia Myles because she was very, very hot. I mean, that was the one of the best things about the awful Thunderbirds movie. I mean, I thought the direction was pretty good. I like the Thunderbirds, the actual Thunderbirds, models. I like Ben Kingsley. I didn't really like the kids, right? I didn't like the kids, but basically, if it wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't a very Thunderbirdsy type plot, right? I would more like International Rescuing, right? I think that would have been better. I mean, not the one with the plane, but they remade for Thunderbirds Go, which is awesome. It's still one of the best ones, the first one. Thunder flashes down. Was it? Pull out reserve weird wing booster wheel thingy. It's the music that sold it, right? Also, Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. You get this really kind of weird 60s music going, down, that side of thing. That'll be really good. I know that sounded more like Joe 90, but I just think that could be very, very good, right? Remember, Captain Scarlet's indestructible. You are not. Remember this. Do not try to emulate him. Because, I like... Matt Smith can really do the posh, right? He's quite good at doing posh. I like him doing, like, the somewhat aloof... Listen, I think he's a great actor. I really think he can pull it off. I'd love to... I mean, maybe Christopher Eccleston as Captain Black instead of David Tennant. That'd be a bit too dark, wouldn't he? I don't think he could do a comic book movie again. I think he would shoot himself, right? I think he was so deeply scarred by for whatever it was, the naughty ice elves of doom, whatever it was called, what that piece of shit was called. I haven't even seen Thor: Love and Thunder because why? Is it on Disney Plus yet? I mean, who gives a shit? I mean, really? It's like why? Why is the how is the question that gets asked was going through my head over and over again while watching Lord of the Rings? We're going to do both episodes. Kids, fucking hell! I want to send these screen grabs to Gary because he could do it so much better because he knows what it is. Like he understands it. My knowledge of Lord of the Rings of Tolkien is the Lord of the Rings movies, right? That's it. Which I thought were very good, but I think I'll take him more along by the hype of them than by the reality of them, right? All right. Karen Jenner would have to be a Destiny's Angel, by the way. That's actually really good. Maybe get Billy Piper and Jenna Coleman. This is just turning into being weird, but I want to see this movie now. I mean, don't you want to? Wouldn't you go see that movie? I would see that movie. I'll go to cinema to see that movie. What was I up to? So so my Sabbath, as I was saying, my Sabbath, I was very much famished because I went out for the Sabbath because someone was really nice to me and invited me out to a family celebration, and I was pissed off. Yes, that's the person I am, right? Unfortunately, I was like, I want to sit on the couch and read comic books. Right? And then I had to get dressed again because we have a thing called third meal at Sabbath, right? Where it's like another meal. Sabbath is like being on a cruise, mate. Okay, that's basically how God said, "Thou shalt have cruise living." Ding, really? Ding dong, another meal. Yeah, third meal. It says that anybody who enjoys the third meal will be spared the travails of the war of Gog and Magog. I have several theories about that. I think we might be either experiencing it now. That's what this culture war is. or it was World War II, or we've yet to experience it. I think we've had it. I really do. I think we've had it. But I like the idea that we're experiencing it now, because the thing that stands out, Gog Agog, right? How do you tell them apart? They sound bloody the same. So that's what we are here. We're exactly the same. That's the crazy thing. I mean, look, honestly, my take on it is, it's kind of like Westworld season 4, and Westworld is just awesome beyond awesome. Okay, Westworld is crazily good. Like I can't. The thing is, I had to watch it 3 times to find out how good it is. The trouble with Westworld is this, okay? It's got a lot of these J.J. Abrams plot telling tricks, that make that confuse the viewer and make you go ooh, right? And they're actually very cool. They're very well done. They're very, very clever, right? But normally they're done to detract from a lack of a plot. This one, it detracts from an incredible plot. A really, really awesome story. It's about the development of artificial sentience, and it's explaining how it happens. It's so incredible, right? It's so incredible. It's about it's about generating consciousness. But you got to watch it 3 fucking times before you know what's going on. I mean, okay, third time. This is my 3rd time watching. I watched it the first time when it was on. Then I watched I watched it again before the 2nd season. But I was pissed off at the 2nd season, so I didn't really regard the 2nd. So I didn't rewatch it for the 3rd season. And 3rd season, I kind of watched peripherally. I thought it was better, but I couldn't really tell. And the 4th season, I thought was awesome, fantastic. So I went back to watch the 1st season again, 3rd time round. Now I understand. Now you see through all the plot tricks. And you just see this incredible story, right? And if so much so, the actual mundane story of what's happening in the now kind of irritates me, right? It's funny. So anyway, let me pull up some eye candy, and then we will get to the chat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh my God, Lord of the Rings is so shit. It's breathtakingly shit. I mean, I do not understand. How was this money spent on this? Like, this is $1 billion, and it's shit. It's like super shit. I'm shocked at how shit it is. Right, I really genuinely am. So here we go. Doink. Speaking of which, she cried. Doink. There we go. Doctor, look at the size of that one. I should have made it much bigger in the foreground. I realize that. Oh yes, Jamie, that is a big one. I'm stunning and brave, and also shit. And you are shit in a shit TV show that costs an embarrassing amount of money to make. You are shit beyond shit. Not you personally. That show is shit beyond shit. Listen, I can kind of forgive Doctor Who and Star Trek and Star Wars because they all happened at the same time, right? And then they got kind of defiantly stuck in them, keep doing shit. I can kind of forgive them. This is 5 years later? And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassingly stupid. And it's shit. The animation for the Bottle Snowman also looks like it's shit. Amazingly enough. Right? Amazingly enough. Coming up in the near future, coming in the next few days on the Rabbi from Another Planet. We also have this was a stream a couple of weeks ago, I think. Everyone hates jazz. The stunning and brave queer companion just isn't very popular, confusing the media. I remember this. So it's about 2 weeks ago. This is a fun little item. I'm still bottom of the bowl, even after a stunning and brave lesbian romance. Never mind. Do you fancy a snog? Yes. Now this was laughing. This was funny. Meanwhile, 2018, Ecky Thump, they love us. Imagine what they'll be like after they see our episodes. That aged badly. Oh, yes, it did, darling. Oh, yes, it did. And let's look back at Chibnall Whittaker's unbridled and completely undeserved optimism. That's the crazy thing. They're like, this is fucking awesome. Springtime for Hitler and Germany. Da, 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 da. They are so happy with themselves. Oh my God. Their lack of understanding of the turd that they had laid, right? Or the shit sandwich that was supposed to be sprayed over their careers, called themselves, right? Is quite remarkable. It really is just remarkable. I mean, like, what do you do when you meet them? Like, what? I couldn't. I mean, look, if he came on for an interview, I would interview him, obviously. It would never come on. But, I mean, listen. Honestly, Chris, if you want to rehabilitate your era, okay, first thing you do is you come on an interview on a channel like mine, right? That's the first thing you do. Show a bit of balls. I'll treat you with respect, right? I'll be a soft, gentle, respectful lover. Don't worry. It's okay. It won't be very much like that weird, lengthy gay rape sequence from Outlander. That was weird. Went on for like an episode of a weird, erotic, gay rape fiction. like erotic fiction. It was just weird. So what wouldn't be like that, right? Wouldn't be like that. But man, wouldn't it be great? You honestly just come on. Michael Gray went in and interviewed Matthew Sweet. I would love, dude. I would just like know how you thought this was gonna go. What did you think would fucking happen? Oh, you poor sod. Like, what did you think would happen? Oh my God. And it'll be one thing if you didn't know. Like, look at these faces. I mean, obviously they're made up, but it's still, this is their expressions. This represents how happy they were with it. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it's crazy. Like, how did you think that wasn't going to be shit beyond shit? It's crazy. Okay, it's absolutely crazy. Like, how did you think Jodie Whittaker would work out as a doctor? Really? I mean, maybe with serious training, maybe with acting lessons from Tom Hardy for a couple of years, right? And it's been spoon-fed it until she loved it, right? Do some kind of weird blackmail thing, not blackmail. Yeah, it's what do you call it when you mind brainwash, blackmail, thing. I don't know, but they knew what was coming, and they still thought it was going to go down well. You poor bastards. What can I tell you? Also, degradation of the Daleks. Screen Rant tries to explain why the Chibnall and Whittaker era Daleks are useless. And they do. It's really weird, right? They had to do a whole thing explaining how they're so insanely shit. And I noticed when I made this video, that they replaced the plunger, the sink plunger, with clearly a gay anal intruder device thing, right? Anyway, so that's I think that's coming up tomorrow. I haven't finished listening to this yet, and I haven't started listening to this. I feel really bad because I got sent a freebie. Oh, here, let me make it big, baby. There she goes. So yeah, the thing is, I don't have a player. I got to rip it onto my computer, right? Although I am looking for listeners, I do like Fraser Hines. Not a fan of the cover though. I have to tell you, How do they? The Big Finish has those covers down. Their actual content may be lecturing garbage, but yeah, look, the covers are pretty. Oh, yeah, look, for example, this one, the cover's pretty good. First story though, oh, that was a bit of a nightmare. I mean, it took me about 2 weeks to get through it. Anyway, let me just whip this out. Fine, let me get to the chat. 45 minutes later, Jordan Lee is here. Elizabeth Olsen talks for House of the Dragon season 2. Yay! Well, yeah. I mean, listen, doesn't surprise me. Look, House of the Dragon is deeply mediocre. It's like Game of Thrones light, right? It's not quite as far as Battle Beyond the Stars was from Star Wars, right? It's more I don't know. It's just like none of the characters are very good, apart from Matt Smith and the Targaryen girl. Everybody else is really forgettable and unlike. I mean, not even unlikable. Like, I like the Lannisters, you know. Like, I like Tyrion, right? It's no fun. That's the thing. That's what it's missing. Fuck me. I worked it out. What is House of the Dragon missing? Fun. There's no character that is fun. There's Matt Smith, who's kind of fun, but he's a psychopath. Right? I like the Targaryen girl, fun, but like the king, he's like a dishwater, a dish rag. All right? I mean, look, you had Robert Baratheon. He was fun. You had Jaime Lannister. He was fun. Fucking Cersei Lannister. Bit weird, but that was kind of fun, right? You had, I mean, like, you had, like, they're all kind of having fun. Like, was it Arya Stark? It was fun, right? And then you put all these fun people into dire circumstances and you cared about it. But I don't give a shit about any of these people, right? Basically, right? I mean, but you put it on next to Lord of the Rings. Bloody hell, you got Shakespeare. Bloody hell. Lord of the Rings is the best thing ever happened to the Game of Thrones. Oh my God, you are making HBO look good. I saw, I'm starting to see all the show articles come out now saying that it got 25 million views for the first episode. And because it, see, sorry, Tolkien nerds, it's very popular. Yeah, let's see where it is by episode 6. Idiot cunts. Fuck. It's going to be nowhere. You know why it's going to be nowhere? Because it's shit. And boy, when I go over it, you're going to see what shit it is, okay? It is shit beyond shit. So, Genuine Comics, Harry, I said hello earlier. I'll say hello again. The Soda Engines is here. Dr. Alex. Dr. Alex is a new series starting. I don't know, you had actually a start date for it, right? Could you put the info about it inside? But it's like a bunch of documentaries. He told me about it, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But I remember going, I actually want to watch that, right? Much more than I want to watch these new edits of the Orville, which cut them down. See, I still kind of want to persevere and get through that first one. Such corpulence was unusual in the ancient world, so you might expect some ancient Middle Earth. But what do I know? I don't know. Look, listen. Don't let logic, reason, and entertainment get in the way of a good lecture. Yeah, that's what Jodie always said. Since the Rings of Power was set before Lord of the Rings films, does it mean blacks were extinct during the film? That's what I thought. You know, they should have done the story of how black people were wiped out from Middle Earth, right? The black genocide, right? That's the story they should have done, right? That is the story they should have done. Oh man, I had a good idea this morning, but I forgot it, and I remembered it half. I just remembered half of it. Maybe we'll come back in. Lord Dem Rangs, as they call it. Yeah, DC. It's so shit, right? It's so shit. Yeah, okay, that's me there. I'm going to do the playlist before I start the shows. If you're right with that, Philip Bogan is here. Darren M is here. How you doing? Oh, that reminds me. Actually, PD Rich is not going to be here. Like, I got a reply to him say, "Oh, that's fine. I hope you have a a fun time doing that thing. New Horizons is here. New Horizons 1. New Horizon 1. I'm not sure they get on well, but New Horizons 1 is here. Red number 1 is here. How you doing? Jonathan Cox is here. How you doing, Jonathan Cox? Mr. Jekyll and his very good friend, Mr. Hyde, is here. Was it more fun being Jekyll or Hyde? It's got to be Hyde, right? It's got to be Hyde. M is here. How you doing? M, you change your avatar. I'm trying to see what it is. It's looks like a big mushroom house thing. I know. I can't really see. I have to look at. Oh, Petey Rich is here. Petey, how you doing? I didn't think you'll be here. Good evening. I hope you're well. I thought you were off having fun, and I felt really bad because I remember just about a minute ago that I hadn't replied. I thought, that's very. But the thing is, if anybody sends me a message on Friday, it's easy to forget because then it's Sabbath, and then I forgot. It's hard to remember. Yeah, by gum, says New Horizons 1. Yeah, by gum, indeed. Okay, whizzing through the chat. Should I see if I see my name anywhere? That is good. I do not. That means I can zoom ahead. Comment particular, I personally want Rishi. Oh, have they chosen the new leader of the Conservatives yet? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Again, the other thing, like Watchmen, Westworld, it's kind of like watching all these people try to be human beings. They're all bad, right? They're all bad. With his matzo balls hanging out, says M. Indeed, sir. I really wish they could do weed matzo balls. That would be actually no. You want something for lunch? I think weed challah, which is the bread you have on Sabbath. There, you're talking. A Fireball XL5 movie would have to star John Hamm, right? He's just got it's got to have that. It's got to be a prequel to Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet, right? Yeah. In the 2020, the power would have a woke fight. No, thank God they don't know about it. I'm talking about when this insanity is over. One day, this war's going to be over, right? Matt Damon Targaryen, yeah. Matt Smith as Prince Philip in The Crown. Yeah, he's freaking awesome in that. I absolutely love that. Oh, Stingray. Oh, Stingray. I forgot about Stingray. Who would you cast as Troy Tempest? You're going American. Trying to think of anybody I don't hate. It's very hard now, isn't it? Who could be Troy Tempest? Again, I want to go John Hamm, but I think it's just he's a good character actor, and I don't hate him. Right? It's like, wow. Just like anything I like. I really can't think who would be a good Troy Tempest. I'm really stumped. Right? I mean, there are no movie stars anymore, aren't there? Just actors. Yeah, I think about it. Stingray, says Jonathan Cox. Absolutely. It was a Scooby-Doo movie based on the Thunderbirds directed by Commander Riker with music from Busted. In the words of Drinker, how could that fail? In every way. But again, although Sophia Miles was Lady Penelope, very hot, right? I think the sexiest scene in it was when she gets out her underwire, right? And you all know what I'm talking about. Mark the Vicar is here. How you doing, Mark the Vicar? Who else we got here? I'm still stumped trying to think of somebody who could. I'm trying to think. Maybe Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. as Troy Tempest. That's an interesting way to go. I wouldn't mind that. Who else is that? Chris Hemsworth is a bit too beefy for that. I imagine Chris Hemsworth being in a Thunderbirds movie, frankly. Like Chris Hemsworth, put all the Chris's in Thunderbirds. Just put Chris Pine, Chris Hemsworth. What's the other one? Chris. Captain America, put them all as the Thunderbirds people, right? They all look the same. That's actually a really good idea. Chris Pine, Chris Hemsworth. Who else is there? There's a couple of other Chris's. Apparently, Jared's going to play a Peter an upcoming movie. He said he's preparing for the role. Oh, well, I think with Jared, we're talking about the Subway guy. I thought he got busted for that years ago. He's back again. Blimey. I like Prometheus. Well, these are on Prometheus. They have to watch 50 YouTube videos and read the original script to find out what the hell's going on. I like doing, honestly, and I never didn't think of it that way, but I kind of like doing that. That was weird. Like, there was a 4-hour documentary on it on the Blu-ray, on the DVD, and I liked all that. I do hear what you're saying, though. Just the movie itself, it's weak, right? But the whole experience I thought was very good, right? I thought Covenant was excellent, right? I absolutely love Covenant, right? I hope they do the next one in the series, which should be the one that links up with Alien, right? I would love to see them do that. I really thought Covenant was a lot of fun, right? I thought it was, and I like the villain, like I like what's his name. What's his name? Magneto, whatever he's called as a villain. Oh, he could do Stingray. There you go. Galadriel, the counter of Middle Earth, indeed. Oh, the way they keep saying Galadriel. Oh, Galadriel. Like it's like, oh god, she's so shit in it, right? Catherine Fee, how you doing? She's the worst thing in it, right? She's absolutely the worst thing in it, and they love her, right? They're camping there on her all the time. It's just awful. The new Planet is a rip-off of the Dark Dimension Claw. Oh, you are absolutely right. But again, it does look a bit anal invadery, right? It looked like it was licensed to be as a sex toy, as did the Sonic Screwdriver. I mean, it's really weird that. Camcast Crash Courses is here. Right, many of them. It starts Tuesday. I can still do most weekends. I forgot it's a weekend, right? But in Israel, Sunday is Monday. Right, we have like Friday and Saturday off. It reminds me. Where's my phone? Hang on, I'm getting my wife send me pictures. Oh, 1 second. Somebody just sent me something. Oh, apparently I'm being talked about. What's this? James Johnson, the Pyrodonian. Just wanted to make sure people are aware I have not and would not ever let nasty individuals like this person permission to use my Dalek image. I have no time for the backwards bigots. Why do you think I'm a big bigot? This is by, I have no idea who he is. The Pyrodonian, James Johnson. Okay. Why do you think I'm a bigot? Never. Thank you to everyone who reached out about this matter. Dude, you want to take a chill? Oh, because you had I just thought of a picture of Daleks. I didn't know it's only made it. I just thought you took a picture of Daleks. Okay, chill out. This video's from like a week ago. And why do you think I'm a bigot? Wait, what? Okay, dude, whoever the fuck you are, come on my channel. It's probably a kid. What can you do? There's the thing. These kids are idiots. I mean, you've really got to remember this. Billy Lady Pinetta, I think she's a bit too old. Hate to tell you. I think she's a bit too old now. So, Catherine Fee. Tom Cruise or Troy Tempest. There you go, PD Rich. Thank you very much. I'm glad to have you around. That's a very good point. It's a Pyrodonian. Okay. Yeah, these kids are idiots. That's the trouble. The kids are idiots and they don't know they're idiots. And they've never had anybody in their lives to tell them idiots because they've been cushioned from that their entire lives, right? If you're an idiot, it's okay to be an idiot. It's fine to be an idiot. But it's good. Whatever. Look, these kids don't want to talk. They don't want to hear anything. They've had what's the name? what's the one thing of participation trophies all their lives. They don't know about. They really, again, that's why they can't deal with any opinion that's not theirs and have to call everything a fascist. But look, this insanity is going to end, right? This insanity is going to end. It really is, and sooner than you think, mate. Right? Tell you, I think we got 3 weeks. I don't know. I think we got 3 weeks before things get really crazy. Yeah, I think we're on a 3-week countdown. And I have to remind you, like last year, here's how my predictions are accurate and wrong all at the same time, right? And it really is true. Like, this time last year, I was predicting what this year, this next 12 months, we're just finishing now, would be like, what the flavor of it would be like, right? The year before, I thought it was every authority betraying its constituency. This year, I thought it would be a narrative hitting reality, right? And the narratives are blown away by reality. So I was right about that. We see that across the board. There's none of these narratives that have in any way ever that stood up, right? I mean, like what you think that Biden is better in any way than Trump? Are you out of your mind? Everything's a disaster, right? Plus the Russia hoax. It was like Trump colluding with Russia was a hoax. Calling MAGA Nazis, like it's insane. It's all out. It's completely nuts, mate. Right? It's complete. But that's the new narrative, right? Because they run out all the other narratives are blown up, right? Jesse Smollett, the Hunter Biden laptop, so all these narratives happened, right? And they all got blown away, right? But here's what I got wrong, and it didn't matter. Right? It didn't make any fucking difference. It didn't make any difference at all. Which somewhat has taken me aback, right? You know, it's very. I mean, like everybody knows that the FBI set up people. Everybody knows that FBI is makes these false flags. I mean, as operations now, like it as a matter of reality, like court filings. It's crazy. Like what was it? Which plot? Gresham Whitmer. Anyway, all these narratives have been blown up, right? All these narratives have been blown up completely, and it didn't matter, right? So what's going to be next year? Next year, I think we're going to see a moment of truth, right? I think we're going to see truth emanate throughout, and for some that will be terrible, and some that will be fantastic, right? It's all depends who you are. So why is it slept on this long, right? Why is for me it's been very painful. I was speaking to another Jewish rabbinical person very recently about how this is a nightmare, right? This is like in the Jewish Kabbalistic writings, all the rabbis say, "Oh, I would love to be in the Messianic age, but I don't want to live in the end of days." Right? The end of days is going to be awful and terror, and he's like, and they're absolutely right. This year has been awful. So for two reasons: one, that we don't merit the we merit to suffer in this way, right? Because we're all bad. We need to suffer in this way. And two, to give people time to realize that the shit that the woke world is peddling, right? These the gender affirming care, right? Which I believe on minors, which I believe is genuinely evil, right? And I think there's this push to convince people that they are trans when they may not be. I think if that's happening, which I believe it is, I think that's genuinely evil, right? And I think people have to have had this year to see. Look, you might not like Trump, right? You might not like Trump, which I understand. I liked him because he was a naughty boy in a lot of ways, and I like that. I relate to that. But I also liked him because he was very successful, and I like Trump a lot. So, but I understand you're not liking him, right? He is gross, right? Ben Shapiro hates Trump and he can't get over it. Like, he still can't get over it. He wants to get rid of him. He just can't do. And Ben Shapiro, in my opinion, his big problem is he doesn't like being wrong about Trump, right? He hates being wrong, so he wants to get rid of Trump so he doesn't have to see he was wrong ever, right? Because I think there's a lot is based around Ben Shapiro's ego. Speaking to a religious Jew to religious Jew, like I think, and I don't think it's conscious, right? I just think he doesn't like ever being wrong, right? And I think he was wrong about Trump all the way, right? But anyway, listen, you may not have liked him, right? That's fine, and I get that, but the alternative is a nightmare. The alternative is evil. It's immoral. And I don't think there's any other way of looking at it, right? Gays against groomer, exactly, right? Exactly. The people who are hurt most by this relentless evil are the minorities, the marginalized bit, the formerly marginalized people, I should say, that they claim to want to speak for. Jesus Christ, I think most gay people are fundamentally people rather than gay. I think most of the woke people are more, their identity more than their people. And I think that's a great tragedy. Anyway, I think God's given you a year, right, to anybody on the fence to see what your options are. You got one way or the other, right? I don't say you should do anything, okay? I just think that if you in your heart think what's going on in the woke world is wrong, and you don't believe in God, right? I would still pray anyway and say, listen, I don't know if you're there, but like I don't know there's anything I could do, but I just don't think this is very good, right? I think if there is an apocalyptic event coming, that would probably be to your benefit, right? And it wouldn't cost you anything. And I'm not trying to convert you to any religion, whatever conception of God you want to think of, right? I just think looking at a higher power right now it might be to you, or just open yourself up to the idea. It might be to your benefit, right? And I think you've got about 3 weeks, so yeah, take your time. But in less than 3 weeks. Very much this week, we are going to see. Dun, dun, dun.
There's great danger.
There you go. As we're doing, don't worry, my prediction also takes twice as long to come to fruition. Yeah, I know, it's so annoying. It takes forever. Benjamin has a personal hatred for Trump and his administration, and he despises Biden just as much. He's kind of stuck, right? Ben's the person who needs to, wake up and smell the coffee, right? This past year is to explain to Ben what his options are, right? You don't have a DeSantis option, right? This is complete total war, which we did not start, right? We started by existing. That was it. Now you know what it's like to be a Jew living in Israel, by the way, right? If you're MAGA living in America, you now know what it's like a Jew living in Israel, right? It's like we just want to live peacefully with people. We just don't want to have to be forced to do whatever you're telling us to do, right? No, you can't exist. You're not allowed to exist. That's really the truth. And you're like, and you're like, any resistance you do, you're going to be labeled as the aggressor, right? That's 100%, right? 100%. But yeah, that's your choices, Ben. Right? You have Biden or you have Trump. You don't have DeSantis. Get over it, right? And don't get me wrong, DeSantis will be a great option. He's a better option than Trump, in my opinion, if you want to win, right? If you want to win an election, if you want to win a war, Trump's your best option, and it's a war. Frankly, I don't think they're going to let it. Look, best thing that can happen for the Republicans is that Trump's arrested. That's the absolute best thing that can happen. Oh my God, they'll really, really help them out. But you're looking at a battle, right? You want our ruling elites, they are not looking out for your best interest. They are about to fuck us over forever, right? You start looking at the gas bills. Why do you think they are plugging all that money into Ukraine? I don't fucking know why. I just know it's not to our benefit, right? Oh, we've got to do this for democracy. Wait, what? Democracy what? Wait. Why am I paying 4 times for gas? Wait. Why is my electric bill £5,000 this month? Right, which is going to be by next week. Keith is here. How you doing? Not again with Doctor Who, like Power of the Daleks. I don't know what happened. What do you know about Power of the Daleks? Biden did give a war speech. I mean, did he realize? I mean, it was like a blood red background. I mean, like it was weird, right? It's weird, but I think it's because he's shit scared. Because he sees that. Look, the future of the Republican Party is MAGA. It's just the way it is, right? These ineffectual Republicans that just sat around going, slow down there. Well, that's not really doing much, right? And they're also they're on the bloody take. They're all on the take. I don't trust any of them, right? I do not trust any politician. And England's even worse. I trust. That's what broke my heart about Corbyn. He sounded like a human fucking being. Oh, I would have yes, please. And then he said, oh, yeah, and I hate Jews. Oh, shit, really? Never mind. Anyway, from one depressing thing to another. Let's look at this trailer for The Abominable Snowman coming out this week. Then we're going to read we'll see. We'll look at the trailer. We'll maybe do Lord of the Rings, or we'll read the preview from Doctor Who magazine. I made Peter Rich say, "F yeah, Rabbi." Good. I don't know what I said, but okay. Yeah, no. Listen, it's like go to any protest you can because we are fucked. Well, we're not. Okay, there's some kind of biblical event going to happen in soon. Okay, in the maximum amount of time a year, minimum amount of time 3 weeks or less. Right? I don't know. Actually, the absolute minimum, I reckon. Well, listen, if Mar-a-Lago was hitting the 49th level of defilement, right, which this rabbi happens to think it was, I don't think it was. I think it can get a lot worse than that. But if it was, right, and look, this guy's a smart guy. I don't want to poo-poo his opinion. But if that was, that may have kicked off a 40-day ticking time thing. 40 days is the amount of time it takes to create a reality. So you had the flood was for 40 days. The 40 days is a repeated thing, right? So that's next Thursday, I think. Okay, so it could happen. It could happen any time. I don't know, and I don't know. Could be solar flares. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I know something's going to bloody happen. I suspect it strongly, and I have done since Biden won, because it's. Don't see a miracle and say nothing's happening, right? Trump winning was also a miracle. Miracle is when nature is subverted, right? Speaking of nature being subverted, let's watch this trailer.
There is great danger.
Oh, sodding hell. Why would you make his jacket like that? I mean, I'm hoping it's going to be more washable in black and white, but why would you make his big furry coat like that? He's supposed to look like a Yeti. Like, how did Gary Russell see that design and go, oh, that's perfect? How? I'm really disappointed by that, right? That shows, so, like, why would you make that decision? I understand you need maybe it's an animation thing. You can't animate fat things that well. But they do with the Yeti. Look.
The abominable snowmen.
Okay. So here's what these things are good for, these animations. They're good for being able to experience the episode in a way that you can understand it a little bit. You can experience, right? You're not going to experience the original thing, but you can experience it a little bit more. again, Evil of the Daleks is the best one in my mind, right? Invasion is also excellent, right? But you get to be able to experience it as a story, and there really is a difference, right? I mean, seeing Power of the Daleks is very different from listening to Power of the Daleks. So they're good for that. So maybe in black and white, this would be so awful. Oh man. Oh.
Where are they, these mountains?
Don't you know where the Himalayas are? They're in India.
No, not India. This is Tibet. That's where we are, Tibet. Now, there's no time to be lost. I think I'll go and have a scout around.
Why? Why? Like, that's not what it looked like. Why? Like, I hope somebody explains on the DVD why what they made that choice. It's such a weird choice. Hang on 1 second. Second Doctor fur coat figure. Let's see how character options did it. Okay, much more accurately. Here, 1 second. Let me grab the picture over here. No, where is it? Here we go. Like, I very nearly bought the set for this figure because this figure is awesome. But here, let me share that picture. Share screen. Like, you see the bloody difference? He's like kind of swamped in that thing. Let me see if I've got a picture of him just in the fur coat. Like, it's I don't understand. Like, how do they get it so wrong? It's really weird to me they got this so wrong. Now, let's see if I've got any from the original. Here we go. Abominable Snowman. Here we go. Famous picture. Hang on. There you go. So we got the 5 Doctors version coming up here. Well, this is the. Let me zoom in. I mean, again. What? Like, why? You see that he's kind of swamped in it. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the 5 Doctors, but you get the idea. That's what it's supposed to be, like a big furry coat. Don't picture the 7th Doctor in that. Hang on. 7th Doctor fur coat. There you go. It's probably the same bloody coat. Hang on. Like, they even got it right. Okay, they got nothing right in Time and the Rani. Okay, nothing right at all. But they got that right. Oh, okay.
We are besieged. The Yeti have turned upon us. At least that is what we thought until I turned up.
They're here, somewhere on these mountains. I discovered the Yeti. The honor's mine, but you want to take it from me.
Fear makes us imagine all sorts of things, including creatures that don't seem to be flesh and blood.
Evil.
I mean, I'm hoping that the story is of such high. I mean, I'm buying it anyway. Okay, BBC, I'm buying it anyway. Okay. But I'm hoping the story is going to be high enough quality that I will enjoy it anyway.
Feeling of evil, like shadow on my mind.
This thing that's here, this evil, it will spread. It has to be stopped, and I think I can do it.
Now stop playing games and open these doors. Or are you afraid to meet me face to face?
We must make certain that Doctor learns nothing of what is happening. He is a man of great knowledge and intelligence, but he may not show sympathy.
Yeah, this really does look very good, does it? I hate to say, it really doesn't. We'll have a look at some of their stuff in black and white in a second.
For the powers that guide us, he may even seek to hinder the great plan.
And could they have the budget cut halfway through this, or towards the end of this?
Nothing must interfere.
I don't know. I think everything should interfere with that piece of shit, quite frankly. That's awful. Oh, here. I'll watch. We'll play a few seconds because I don't want to get copyright struck of Fury from the Deep. Okay. I downloaded a few seasons of LOLO because I'm like the Father Miller's watching it. I was like, oh, I think I could go for a bit of that. Fury from the Deep. Here we go. Is this color or black and white? Hang on. Let's see if this is. I mean, I'll turn the sound off as well, maybe. I won't play that one. So let me try this. Oh, let me try this one. Let me turn the sound off.
I'll explain later. Don't be long.
All right, darling.
So I say Fury is a weird story. It's very not Doctor Who like, right? Here we go.
Your guess is as good as mine. There's something inside there.
Yes, because they're a bit of Pat.
Is that? We've something of an emergency on at the moment. You see, we've just lost contact with one of our.
I mean, it's much more like a weird Avengers story. I'm trying to see as a bit of Patrick Troughton. And I'll put up another video file. Let's go and look at it over here. Okay, is this one where Patrick Troughton was on vacation again? Oh, here he comes. Here.
So far, so good, Jamie. But the driver, will he wait for us? Oh, yes, he said he'd hang around.
All right, so let's compare that with this. With the Evil of the Daleks one. Is this it? There we go. Bit maximum. Okay, here we go.
We do not trust you.
Then we quit, don't we?
But we have your time machine.
Yes.
So you will obey us?
This is not even same ballpark. This is so much higher quality. What are they bloody thinking? What are they thinking? Okay, well let's read the preview article. First, let me open it for me. It's, like, what are they thinking? I don't understand. It's so weird. That is weird, right? I'm not being strange. That is very strange. Yeah, let's have a look. I mean, I'm buying it, BBC. Okay, I'm gonna get it, but like, this is a bit strange. This is what page is this? On page 74. There's a preview. There you go. Doink. So it's coming out tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, coming out tomorrow. Okay. At my 6th birthday party, blah, 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 blah. Let's just get to... so we got to book the Baltimore Snowman's 6th birthday party. Mark is executive producer and script supervisor, new animated version of the... Why do you have to be script supervisor? I mean, like, isn't it already written? I mean, I'm not being a dick. I mean, I am being a dick. But, like, what do you want out of me? Over the course of 6 episodes, the second Doctor and Commander Jamie and Victoria fight. I mean, obviously, it's to, like, get them in the... they have to make all the storyboards and things like that. Find a monarchy menaced by a robotic Yeti under the control of the sinister Great Intelligence. With location film spread over 6 autumnal days in autumn and around Mount Snowdonia. It was one of the most ambitious productions of the 1960s, but only episode 2 now exists in the BBC archives. Tragedy, right? The story has been recreated with DVD by Big Finish Creative. So I guess that's related to Big Finish in some way. Should the new animation emulate the Welsh locations or the more Tibetan? Okay, first they say we did have those kinds of conversations. They actually went for the Tibetan, which ended up looking a lot like Snowdonia, as it happens. It's a kind of combination. When I went to the Tibet, he went to the Tibet because he loved the story so much, right? The sky was astonishing. I took lots of photos and visited lots of monasteries. And Gary was especially keen that the monks and lamas in the animation be wearing appropriate colors. Okay, I'm down for that, right? That doesn't bother me at all, right? But all of these stories, Big Finish Creator done, will hopefully be the truest to the original. I don't know. It seems to be like the animation might be a factor in that too, right? I hate to be the one to rain on your parade, right? The animation needs to be reasonably good to be the case, but okay, and it's not okay. Gary being Mark's fellow Gary Russell. The director and co-producer of the new animation. Mark brought back all these photos, and I expect to be covered in snow, but there's no snow in it. So fine, it looked like North Wales. Fine, blah 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 blah. Gary was eager for the animation to reflect the diverse nature of authentic. Okay, fine, you woke. Okay, I know you woke, right? Fine. As his early reconstructions for Galaxy 4 and Fury from the Deep, the animation has been provided by India-based outfit Digitoons, and they're not as good as whoever made it with Evil of the Daleks. I mean, that's the bottom line. Digitoons I guess you get what you pay for, really. It's a shame. It was absolutely fantastic. It really helped us across the 6 episodes. Oh, right, because they know they at least they understand the culture, right? Both Mocha and Gary want to sing the company's praises. They prepared a full 3D model of the monastery. It was absolutely fantastic. It really helped us across the 6 episodes. you don't want in one scene. Oh, we're going to see this in Lord of the Rings in a minute. In Lord of the Rings, they have a giant sea demon coming from one direction, and then they switch angles, and it's coming from another direction. It's just like, how did that get made? Well, I mean, this got made because they didn't have any bloody money, obviously, I guess. They really got into it, and it was very useful. The company was based in India because they knew the Tibetan culture very well. Yeah, they enslaved and destroyed it. No, I don't know that. I know nothing about the culture at all. Tibetan culture quite well, and there was a couple of pillars with Chinese with Chinese characters on, and I was worried about what it might suppose. No, that's actually the legitimate Buddhist prayer. We might have to. Which we might not have got if we were working with someone from Scunthorpe. Yeah, but you would have had a good animation. Probably. So Chris Chapman then goes to Tibet. Documentary Traveling in Tibet covers the making of the story. People think the Sixth Adventure will be tough to make a film about, explains Chris. But we have 8 new interviews with cast and crew. We spoke to Sylvia James and the makeup artist Sylvia James and camera assistant John Walker. I'll be amazed if they remember. And Bernard Lee, who was essentially a runner in the studio. But often you find runners have the best gossip. Yeah, okay, that sounds fair. And we realized there was only one Yeti actor surviving, John Hogan, who had never been interviewed before. Okay, Tractor now living in Brixton. He has some lovely memories. We also spoke to... I mean, look, this is my living in London in my 80s prejudice. Because it's living in Brixton, I'm just assuming the guy's black, right? What's the name? Varga. He had a couple of big black guys that were like, in everything at the time, right? Because they wanted a big heavy, a dark-skinned heavy. I'm sure Toberman was in it like 3 or 4 times. Anyway, Ray is now 93, and he spoke as sharp as attack. I spoke to Raymond Llewellyn, who plays Sapin, who's 93, sharp as that. Good for him. Wish I was at 53. And we spoke to Deborah Watling's brother, Giles, who's now an MP. Deborah wangled it for her dad, Jack, to play Professor Travers. So it was a lovely chat with Giles. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Traveling to Tibet also includes the return of the original Snowdonia. So they go back to the site, and they did the same thing they did with, what's the name? What's the name of the story? Revelation of the Daleks, right? When they took Colin back to the location, they put the TARDIS in exactly the same spot. And so they did the same thing for Fraser Hines. So that was a very touching moment. It still goes. Look at that. Another. So then the next page says, James just looking at the balls. Oh, look at the size of that, Doctor. That's a big one. Toby, so fine. He got commentaries. I'm just going to read what's on them. Okay, disc 1, restored version with following optional commentaries. Fraser Hines. This is the film version of episode 2. Fraser Hines and film assistant John Walker with Toby Adoki. Deborah Watling and Gary Russell from 2004. So Abominable Snowman, all 6 episodes in black and white. The commentaries include episode 1, production assistant Judy Spears, episodes 2 and 6, animation producer Gary Russell. That's what I actually find the most interesting right now, right? Episode 3, Cameron Newham. Episode 4, Fraser Hines and John Walker. Episode 5, special sound designer Brian Hodges, makeup designer Sylvia James. Then you've got 8mm footage, home movie footage. The Abominable Snowman episode 4, existing material featured in late night lineup. How much footage they got? 31 Who? Wow! My parents got satellite the week after. They started. They did the Who weekend, right? It was like literally the week after. And then I think, was that when the square aerial went down? I can't remember, right? It was BSB, then it got bought by Sky. So host Shima Pereira and former pupil John Nathan Turner interviews co-writer Mervyn Herelman about the Yeti serials for BSB program 31 Who. 1990. Wow, it's just that was like that was about a month and a half before I left England forever, right? Without knowing I was doing so. Episode 2, it's in color with same options. Episode 3, you got the Abominable Snowman Retort. Episode 2 with reconstruction of the other episodes on off-screen telesnaps. This has optional narration with Fraser Hines. Okay, so fine. That's probably going to be more enjoyable. Trout and Tibet, we talked about photo gallery teaser trailer for the animated version and scripts. Okay. Look, as I said, I'm buying it anyway, dude. Okay? BBC, I'm buying it anyway. So I don't know. I don't know. I hope I'll be reviewing it this week probably, so I hope it's good, right? I hope it's good. That's all I can say. I hope it's good. By the way, if anybody has not subscribed in the chat, I'm in a bit of a battle with YouTube. They're throttling me. If I can get another 5-6 subscribers tonight, that'd be awesome, right? That'd be freaking awesome. That would do me proud, mate. Obsidian Curse is here. How you doing, Obsidian Curse? 8-Bit Snick Boy says, I just realized that Planet 55 was rebranded as Big Finish Creative. So they got worse rather than better. Wow. It really is. It's it's really. I want to be more positive. Actually, I know somebody going to see Star Trek 2 tonight in the cinema, and they got he's going with somebody who worked on it, but he didn't do the animation. I think he did the character design. I'm not sure. I said, hey, look, if he wants to come on the channel and chat, let me. He's more than welcome, right? Absolutely more than welcome. The same offer goes to anybody out there who worked on Lord of the Rings, Power of the Rings. I mean, what the hell? Oh my God. What the hell? $1 billion bloody dollars? It's so shit. It's okay. Again, this is some a Tolkien ignoramus. I've seen the movies. I've seen the Peter Jackson movies, and I think they're good. They actually don't do that much for me. Frankly, I prefer the cartoon. Right? I think that's kind of cooler. Right? Honestly, I like kind of like the how it was like appropriated by like the hippie acid swilling community of the 70s. Right? That's my favorite version of Lord of the Rings. No, I like I really didn't like the Hobbit at all. I thought it was like really. I was very interested when it was a Guillermo del Toro production. That's 2 movies, but 3 movies. Oh, garbage! Right? I like really. Do we have to have another song about cleaning plates or whatever shit you're doing? It's yeah, but this has nothing to do with it being Lord of the Rings. This is just shit. This is just. I mean, this is no way of expressing how shit it is. So I think we just have to show you, right? It's unbelievable. So let's start. Okay, episode 1. I hope we make it through both episodes. Oh shit! Every time I look at something, I go, "Oh, this is shit." Oh, so okay. Remember at the beginning of Lord of the Rings, you have that cool battle sequence, and they got Hugo Weavering's there, like, and all the elves like lift up their swords simultaneously, and it's like, the orcs clashing, and he got hacking and slashing, and fucking awesome, right? Oh, the Sauron comes out, and he's slacking and hacking people away. Oh my God, it's so awesome. Right, it's so awesome. I like the whole alliance of man and elf and there's a dwarf. I can't remember. I just remember it being fucking awesome, right? But the problem is this: the people making this hate the heroes. Hate heroes. They're disgusting, and it's about heroes, right? There is no hero in this. There's just one Mary Sue, Lady Mary of Sue. She's so shit. And I'm like, oh God, it's just Yeah, I would love to see the Lord of the Rings that was about the complete genocide of all black people in Middle Earth as well. Actually, I wouldn't like to say that. That's horrible. Again, this is just so. I mean, it's just really. This is what it seems like to me. People with no experience or understanding of what they're working on, being given something that they have no idea how important it is, and then them doing the trash, like trash version that has nothing to do with it, right? What does this do, Lord of the Rings? I don't fucking know. So we get a bunch of kids and they're all frolicking around in their little gay. Oh, this is for the pedophiles. This is for the Hollywood section, right? Hollywood's like, oh, this is so empowering. Oh, right. That's what this is. You have children in flimsy outfits, frolicking and playing. They're little elfling children, frolicking and playing. But meanwhile, Galadriel is busy being stunning and brave. Why are you being stunning and brave, Galadriel? I'm a boy. I don't like your stunning braveness. But I am so stunning. And I am so brave because I'm Galadriel. I am the hero. There is no journey because I'm always perfect. I have made a paper boat. And they go, oh, and it pops into a sword. It's so beautiful. But the evil boys, the evil toxic masculinity, they hated my beautiful sword and they threw rocks at it. I said, no, don't throw rocks at it. No. They throw rocks. I tried to stop them. And then my beautiful sword, bush! Is a rock thrown at it? It's very sad. And then I'm like, well, I don't have a choice. I got to kick his ass. Oh, because I can, because I'm stunning and brave. Oh, I'm going to smash his face, and I can do it anytime I want because I'm stunning and brave, me. But then my brother says, Galadriel, is this what you want to be doing? You want to be the better path, Galadriel? And they go, and he looks at his boat and said, do you want to have a fight over this? And he's like, oh, but I'm Galadriel. I have been bullied and I am the stronger victor. Oh, I'm so stunning and I'm so fucking brave. Oh, so then they sit and he's like, look, I am a male, but I'm not toxic. I am a soft, nicely spoken man that you can trust because I'm basically a homo. Right? And that doesn't mean I'm gay. That just means I'm a huge pussy, right? I might be gay too, okay? Look, I'm sure there are gay people who are also huge pussies, as is Galadriel's brother, Flantagging Flintaga Flodong. Oh, let me tell you an important lesson. He said, you must always reach for the light. I said, but how do you know where the light is? It could be reflected in the water. And he said, I will give you a secret. And this is certainly not for you imagining you putting your tongue in a little girl's ear for people in Hollywood. No! Not that at all. Not that at all. And then she said, oh, so stunning and brave. And then my brother went off to war. So then you have all the cool bit in Lord of the Rings, right? This is not the same universe as the Peter Jackson one, right? Obviously, because we find out that Elrond is not Hugo Weaving. Okay, so I thought this was about making of the Rings of Power, right? That little prologue, right, in the beginning, and I thought Russell Crowe was going to be in it. That all sounded like, okay, that sounds okay. The corruption of man, making the Rings of Power, fine. But no, and then they have like the Sauron, and Elf Lords go to war, and big war. And it's like Hamlet, oh, sacrifice, oh, big battle. Oh, lots of elves dead. Then Galadriel goes and collects the many helmets from the battlefield. And she is sad and torn, but she is wonderful and stunning and brave. And look, I'm not making this shit. It's them. Fuck me. This is them giving me the script. This is so crazy. I will place it on the mound of the dead. Oh, But eventually, I guess they made an alliance with man, if that's them. I don't know if that's it now or not. But her Stunning and Brave, clearly heterosexual brother. This guy isn't a faggot. No. Clearly heterosexual. Right? Oh, yeah, no, certainly. Certainly that mouth has never sucked a cock. I mean, he is being buried with a dildo in his hand. I mean, that is a bit of a giveaway. Right? Bury me with my dildo. My both of them. One in my hand. Where should I put the other? My brother Els will tell you. And he's left. Oh, so now, fortunately, Sauron and Mordor, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know, have a logo. And then, do you know what? I'm just going to put my little logo in you now, because now I'm going to go into hiding for the next 1,000 or so years, and you're going to go on a desperate quest to find me. Because that was my brother, his quest, and that's the day it became mine. And she grabs the dildo, right, and goes and be stunning and brave, and she scours the earth for Sauron. And then she turns into bad computer graphics as she climbs on a mountain, but she's so stunning, and she's so brave. Oh, let me climb up. Oh, this was so much better in Game of Thrones. And she has a man lieutenant who isn't stunning and brave because he's a man. He has toxic masculinity and he doesn't know to listen. I bet if he was on Discovery, he wouldn't listen to Burnham. Oh, and they have found a new place. Look, we will go there tomorrow. I am driven. And he's like, maybe we want to calm down a bit. He said, fuck off. I am stunning and brave. He said, look, maybe you want to be a little less of a cunt. Right? I don't know. Listen, darling. You're stunning and brave, but you're also an insufferable cunt. Maybe you want to be a little less. No! We travel in the morning. And by the way, he's like, there's no Sauron. We've gone with you all these years. There's no Sauron. Nothing doing. And like, I know we're 10 minutes away from the castle, but no, we're not going to go there now. I mean, we climbed up the mountain, right? I mean, 1 second. We literally just did this, right, to get up here, right? Go back. We just did this to climb up, right? That just happened. But no, it's a bad idea. We should stop moving forward at this point. Well, maybe we just check around the corner. No, we'll just do it tomorrow. But Jeffy, an insufferable cunt about it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I need to be an insufferable cunt. If I'm not, then I am being restricted and not cunty enough. But you really are a very insufferable cunt. Yes, I know. And so now they keep going in the snow. Whoo, sure, it's so blizzardy. Oh, but I'm so determined because I'm so stunning and I'm so brave. I mean, it goes on. But finally they say, look, maybe we should turn back. They say, no, we go forward. And they find his castle and they go and huddle in this castle. Said, oh, this is Castle Tir Nagoch. Oh, this is Sauron's place. They start looking around. Says, see, I was right. I will be an insufferable cunt about it, though. Right? Let me take off my helmet so I can. So you can see my completely impractical golden locks. No, should I tie them up in a ponytail? No. That would just make sense. I said, oh, look at this. No Sauron, eh? And she finds a Sauron clue. And then she goes, she's searching the place. And he's like, I don't think there's any Sauron left, darling. Can we go home? No, I will be stunning and brave. Well, look, we found a dead orc fused into the wall. I said, well, and she somehow works out the clues. And she, there's a little bit of snowfall on the thing, and it just burns up. So she puts water on it. And oh no, the evil symbol of Sauron he's left it there. What a stroke of luck. Proving he's alive somewhere, right? Because his fire will never go out. And it's a symbol for elves. Said, okay, we found this. We need to go home now. What? Yeah, no, we've absolutely proved your point. You're 100% correct. Sauron is out here. We need to go home. What? No. Yeah, we do. Look. You don't understand. I'm an actualized woman. You're a toxic male. Everything you're gonna say is wrong. I don't feel that way. No, I am. Listen. Look, I'll explain to you. I'm an insufferable cunt, but you're a toxic male. That's just the way it is, mate. And then, oh no, there's a monster coming. Oh shit! I wish I was well, maybe I am a stunning brave woman. No, I'm not a stunning brave woman. I'm a toxic male. No, that means he's gonna eat me. Run away, everybody. Oh, we'll get ready to fire our arrows. That'll do it. As it will come around the corner, we'll just fire arrows right at him. Fuck! Oh no, he said you thrown a big boulder of rock. Because if only we weren't boys. If only we were women, we would have had a better battle plan. But we curse it. Dang, we were just men. We weren't heroes. We needed a hero. Oh, did you need a hero? Here I come. Hero, here to save the day. Right, he's attacking all the toxic male. Die, toxic male. Bush. Not so toxic now, are you, male? Toxic male. Here, let me do that again. Dush. Dush, yes. I am the wrath of woman. Toxic male die. The death of toxic males is good. Ow. So then, Pussy Boy, who he disagrees with about everything, he holds the sword up so she could run up it like a little jumpy up laddery thing. Like, well, hey, look at me! And this bit is just, I was actually laughing. I'm not even joking. This bit, I was just like, I have to tell you, the character's shit, but the actress isn't much better. She believes that anybody's going to believe this shit, right? Oh, look. I hope Gladriel will save me. Whoosh, 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 dink, donk. Oh, donk. I'm so stunning and brave and the strongest, bestest ever. Oh, bestest ever. Donk in your face. Because I'm the bestest ever. Tush. And then she knifes it in the head. Because I'm Gladriel. I am woman. Hear me roar. Says, right, we go in the morning. And he's like, listen, you proved you're absolutely correct, but fuck you. Well, you're going on your own then if you do that. And they all put the swords down. And she's like, okay. I guess we're going back. Even though I've been proved completely correct. Dun, 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 the rings of power. Why they have Lord of the Ring up there, I don't know. It's got nothing to fucking do with Lord of the Rings at all. So then it starts to get shit. We are people carrying moose horns for some reason. And basically we're just here to show you that black and white people exist together. Because I'm a black person, see? Look, I'm a black person in Middle Earth. What happens to all the black people? Oh, we kill you all. We round you up, put you in camps, and you all get killed. What is that, Sauron? No, just white supremacists. That's because that's what's going to happen if we don't watch them. Yeah, white supremacy. Really? Are all the black people going to get killed? Yeah. By the third day man, you're all gone. Really? Well, that kind of sucks. Better not have kids then. Better not. What's the point? They're all going to die. Well, that's pretty bad. Off he goes, and hiding in the bushes is a non-hobbit, half-foot hobbit. Oh, because we want to have black people, but it can't be hobbits. So now, and they all hide, and they're hiding because of Lenny Henry. Now, Lenny Henry is a virtuous man. Bless him. Very, very, very virtuous. He likes to signal he's virtuous too, but he's very, very virtuous, right? So bless little Lenny Henry. He has weirdly culturally appropriated a Welsh accent in this. Isn't that like somebody doing blackface, Lenny? Look, I don't make the rules. Oh no, that's you do that, and you do that as you go along. So Lenny Henry's basically we see the hobbity world, and he's like the smart person there, like the guy who reads the stars and potions and stuff. He's like the leader. And we're all like, oh, look at us all be hobbity people, hobbity. And I'm Girl Bilbo Baggins, right? Here, I'm Girl Bilbo Baggins. Bilbo Baggins, that's me. And we're going picking raspberries, and I'm your fat friend, right? Because I want all girls to know that anybody of any body type is worthwhile. Yay! Let's eat gluttonously. And they start throwing food in everybody's mouths, and they eating the berries, and then they find a giant wolf paw thing, and he's like, maybe. By the way, I have no shame about stuffing my face full of food and being a fat cunt. No, because all body types are fine. Okay, everyone is fine. Can I have some more, please? Because that's stunning and brave. And he's like, oh, that might be a monster. Says, no. Anyway, meanwhile, Elrond, who's now a big faggot, right? Elrond is now, he's not just gay, right? He is, he's a faggot, right? He is, he actually has a dildo up his ass right now. Why do you think he's smiling that way? Oh, Wednesday wrote Mr. Kipling, says Elrond. I have a dildo up my ass. Oh, it feels so good. I feel so feminine. And then, your friend's here. And it's Galadriel. Galadriel is here to see a friend. Elrond. Oh, Galadriel. How are you, Galadriel? I'm kind of fucked off, actually. I just had a mutiny. I had to come. I spent 6 months to a year coming back home after I'd been absolutely proved they existed. Well, it wasn't quite a mutiny. It was, in fact, they were following the king's rules. So the king told them that you are an insufferable cunt and you have to come home. Oh, but I found this symbol of the logo of evil Sauron, Mordor, whatever. No, come listen. We're just going to walk down these steps where there's these arches but no walls for some apparent reason. Because that's what elves do, baby. That's the way elves roll. And she's like, we need to talk to the king and get more people and go back and get Elrond. Elrond doesn't have black hair anymore. No, again, Elrond is a fairy, right? I mean, I'm not joking. Oh, Galadriel, I would put my finger up and say, no, but it's up my ass right now. Because I am Elrond the faggot. He said, don't talk to me being a politician. And she says, very mad, oh no, we need to get people back. And he's like, fine, I'll let you see the king. Meanwhile, the hobbits are being hobbity people. Hey, we're all happy. Somewhat racist stereotypes on Romany people. Essentially, I guess it's the Hobbit pikeys, I guess. That's what they call themselves, lock, stock, and two smoking barrels, right? And I tell you, Gilbert Baggins is reasonably insufferable, right? And not very fuckable. So she's showing all the stuff she's found. Come on, it's not clicking on properly. Come on. No. I will change slide method. I'll tell you now. Warning you now. Oh, that's going backwards and forwards for me. I don't know what's happening for you. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, I'm Lenny Henry's wife and, the medicine woman, and I'm black, by the way. Really? Do you have any kids? No, because they're all going to be killed, right? All your grandkids, they're all going to die, right? Horribly. They're going to be put away in concentration camps. What's that? Oh, they're just terrible. They're terrible things. Meanwhile, in Rivendell, this is the stupidest bit ever, right? The king is kind of pissed off with Galadriel for not backing down and still looking for Sauron, even though she has found Sauron, right? They're like, nobody's seen an orc in hundreds of years. And she just found, didn't they just fight one? As a sign saying he was around somewhere. So, but anyway, so we have elf politics. And why do they think being an elf is being faggy? Like, what? I don't understand. How do they equate one with the other? We're going to make elves, but they have to be very faggy, right? So thank you for your service, they say. You have done so well. And she bows and she accepts her laurel, right? A little bit unwillingly, because I am woman. I will not submit. Hear me roar. Hear me roar. So, and they all get their laurels, and they all quite like their laurels. And he says, "Oh, you're the bestest ever. You're so bestest. Because you're so good, you're going to go to, we're going to kill you. You're going to go to the ascend to the next life." And again, Valhalla, she's like, "What? I'm not sure I'm up for that. Really? Really? Really?" And Elrond's like, "Oh, congratulations. You're going to die. Congratulations. You are going to die. Well done. Well done. Well done in your coming death." And she's like, you understand I'm going to die, right? This is death. And they're like, "Yes, lucky cunt. Oh, lucky cunt." Meanwhile, there's fireworks going on because they're going to get to ascend and not die horribly. And she's like, "I thought I would end up here in the Forest of Memorial rather than going to glowy heaven future place." I don't know. He's like, "Well, it's a reward, that's the king's gift. This is actually a good thing." And I'm just nothing like Elrond, right? Nothing at all. Like Hugo Weaving and me, I don't understand how we're on the same casting list. Like, he's awful. Like really, everything we saw and we went, "Oh, that's gonna be shit," was 100% like, "Oh yeah, that was really shit," right? "Well, but why don't you want the king's reward?" "Because I don't want to fucking die, fucking moron." Oh, but she doesn't say it that way. She says, "Because I have work to do. Because Sauron might be out there somewhere." Meanwhile, in this other land, where Sauron used to be during the war, like the descendants of people who worked for him or something, they're occupied by elves. And into him walks Gary again. I only heard this for half hour of his stream. He had a really funny name for him. I can't remember what it was, but it just was. "Hi, I'm a black elf." So he's been there like 72 years, and he's heard about poisoning, and he's come to investigate it. But nobody likes him. They're like, "Whatever you want. We just don't like your kind." And this kid's like, "Why can't you just leave? He's already gone. Sauron's dead. Leave us alone." And he walks out, and then vaguely a hot chick says, "Hi, I got these seeds for you." And they clearly like each other, and they're like seeds he had from when he was a boy. He said, "I had to trade them for you." Oh, okay. Basically, they clearly fucking each other at some point, right? And he's like, "Did you sort everything out?" I said, "Yeah, no problem. Let's get back to the big Lord of the Ringsy Tower." He said, "Look, good news. We got proclamation. The war's over. We're all going home." I said, but I've been here 72 years. Said, "Yep, you get to go home now. I know you got used to it." And he said, "But don't forget, they're still bad people, okay? But that's why we were here." Meanwhile, she's got a little black boy, and he's a black elf. I wonder if they could, be related, right? I wonder. So he turns up and goes, "I'm leaving, right? I sorted it out. I'm not happy about this. We're clearly fucking each other, right? And I think I quite like fucking you, right? Okay. I mean, look, she's reasonably attractive, and she looks like good. Anyway, the son's like, who doesn't like the elves, is like, mother, there's a man here to see you." And he's got, she's a healer, right? He's got a sick cow who's milking black goo. That's not a good sign. He said, "Oh, he ate something from over this village where I used to live." So they go and check the other village, right? Meanwhile, the son has a secret hidden sword. "Look, I found the big glowy crystal from Krypton." No, not that at all. Instead, he found a bit of Sauron's sword, and it's got the logo on it. Oh, it's Sauron's sword, clearly. Meanwhile, Okay, now we get into the stupidest shit you would ever believe, right? The absolute stupidest. This was clearly based on, like, Lord of the Rings art, right? But they go on a voyage. They're on a voyage like this. I mean, there's no sleeping places or food, but that doesn't matter. As you find out in the next episode, you don't need that. You don't need sleeping compartments or food to go on long sea voyages, right? So they can't get to this place easily. They have to go on it, and they all stand in formation like this. Meanwhile, Elf President wants him to meet. Hi, we're clearly not going to have sex now. Clearly, that's not going to happen. Well, of course not. By the way, Elrond, would you just bend over for a second? What for? No reason. No reason. Okay, because we're not going to have sex. Just go on your hands and knees. Okay. Okay. Are you sure we're not going to have sex? Yes, I'm sure of it. I am totally sure we are not going to. I'm not going to fuck you right now. Okay, I'm totally sure. Okay, fine. So just get on your hands and knees. Okay, I'm on my hands and knees. Oh my God, what's going on? I'm not having sex with you, okay? I'm the king. This is not me having sex. Okay, then. This does feel quite uncomfortable. Yes, I know, but I'll be over in a minute. Okay, fine. So, do you know this famous designer, this famous elf designer? I want you to go and work for him. Hi, I'm a famous elf designer, and I'm clearly not going to have sex with you. Clearly, right? Meanwhile, Lenny Henry is like, hey, I'm a black hobbit. That scare you? That scare you, does it? No, you just look stupid and used, Lenny, right? You look stupid and used. And what's with the blackface Welsh accent, right? Well, I listen, mate, you can't be holier than thou and then break the rules because people will take the piss. How do we know that? I'm taking the piss. Oh, look, you look so unhappy. Meanwhile, Golbo Baggins is like, I don't know. So they're off looking at this village. So, hi. So we're clearly fucking each other, right? Yeah, we clearly are. I mean, the kid is yours, right? Oh no, we found the villagers in flames. Meanwhile, we're still staying in formation. Although she's moved. They moved her over there now. I wonder what's up with that. Yeah, it's like I wonder when they decide they got to change formation. We're going to Valhalla. This really looks like I'm going to die right now. I'm not sure I'm up for this, right? No, you're going to die. It's okay. Don't worry. We're just going to the Sundrance land. It's all going to be groovy. Now, let's just take your armor off. Nothing to worry about. None of this is creepy. None of this is like you're about to be euthanized, right? Here, let me take your sword. I really don't want to. No, I'm going to take it, right? And I don't. By the way, what happens? Let's go back for a second. What happens to all these attendants that are with them? They're also going to the Sundrance lands as well, apparently. Apparently so. Lucky old attendants, right? I mean, like, this is such a stupid way. I mean, like, you didn't understand that this was a metaphor for death. I mean, that was the whole point. Fucking idiots. And it's like the idiocy of this just really, really annoys me. Look, that was my brother's dildo. I should keep my brother's dildo. You can't keep your brother's dildo. We're not going to die now. We're just going to go into a big flamey ball thing. Nothing to worry about. Okay, we're definitely not dying. Here, take my brother's dildo. Oh, look, the Sundrance lands are opening like a giant vagina. Oh, I've never seen a vagina before, but I bet they're just like this. Yes, they are. Oh, oftentimes when you do have sexual congress, birds fly out of a woman's vagina because they're that perfect. They are. I have a vagina, you know. Oh, look, it opens. Oh, let's go to the Sundrance lands. Yay. This is not a metaphor for death. Oh, wait a minute. My brother's dildo. Whoa, what should I do? Oh, that make me think twice now. Meanwhile, a meteor falls. And the clearly not gay elf king sees it, and as he and Elrond sees it, It goes overhead. Oh, we're going to the sun-drenched land. Elf boy and his girlfriend. No, you must come with me. Take my hand. We'll go to the sun-drenched land. You silly, silly woman. No, no. I think I want to do it. Right. And then she remembers her brother saying, "Oh, you don't know which way to jump unless you tasted the darkness. What does that mean? I don't know. Oh, I should think twice. No, Gary, you must come to the sun-drenched land. You must come to the sun-drenched land. Oh, I don't know. I don't like being ordered by a man. That I don't like. That's wrong. Whoa, sure, look, it's Gilbo back and she sees a meteor. Bush, shit, it lands as she jumps out in the middle of the fucking ocean. Middle of the ocean. Jumps out, right, of the wall of the boat, because, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, and then the vagina of light closes, and she's left alone in the dark in the middle of the ocean, because she's she's an insufferable, stupid cunt, okay? And a leaf falls in, looks at it, and, oh no, rot has arrived with it. Meanwhile, Gilbert Baggins finds what we're lovingly calling Not Gandalf, right? Not Gandalf is in a big pit thing. Whoosh, he was the thing that fell down. End of episode 1, and it's shit. It's shit. But thankfully, thank you, Amazon, that you've given us 2 doses of your awful, awful shit, which I sat through today, right? And yet, over the last few days, I get these screen grabs, and I hated every second of it. Galadriel! Oh, let us know more. So then we have the titles like, oh, but we want to be like Game of Thrones, but we're not, so we got to do our own thing. But it's kind of Games of Thrones-y. Oh, can't we go dun, 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 dun. Can we do that? No, we got to do Rings of Power. So Galadriel is a stupid cunt in the middle of the ocean because she's a stupid cunt. Because she decided before she didn't decide before she went on the boat to death that she didn't want to die. She was always like, I wasn't sure. Wasn't sure about this death thing. But no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. $1 billion is the rise of the... I know. It's insane. So, okay, I'm just going to start swimming. Meanwhile, not Gandalf is met by Gilbert Baggins and Fat Friend, Fat Frodo. Oh, hi, all body types are okay. Nobody worry me. And she falls in and finds it's not hot. She touches him and he goes, ah! And all things go crazy, being not Gandalf. And then she touches him and it all stops. And he falls asleep and it all starts again. But it isn't hot. Meanwhile, Lenny Henry is noticing that something weird's happened. And the spunky, fun little duo of not hobbits take not Gandalf somewhere, being insufferable. I mean, like, really, why do you make every character in this an insufferable cunt? It's unbelievable. It's almost as if you all you know is how to be an insufferable cunt. I mean, really, does this not look like an insufferably cunty face? Right? I mean, like, I'm sorry, darling. I'm not sleeping with that. I'm sorry. No. So they argue, and okay, this is feminist humor. They always think this looks funny. Let's have women be completely incompetent, and as they do that, the Gandalf rolls around and goes, "Oh no, I hope he doesn't die." And so they take him to a place to hide. I don't know. Why were they hiding at the beginning? I don't fucking know. Maybe because people can't stand them because they're insufferable cunts. Meanwhile, he's like, "Oh, I will search this village for what destroyed it." Right? And they find a hole. I'm gonna go down the hole. Meanwhile, in the realm of the Elven Smiths, Elrond has been pimped out to his new life. I mean, again, all of this just screams pedophiles, right? To his new sex lord. And so, what do you think of my dildo? Anyway, so he's like, so what we're doing here, we're not going to build a giant phallic edifice. That's not going to happen. So they want to make this forge. So isn't this what they made the Rings of Power with? I don't bloody know. Right? So, but we need to have it ready by next spring for some reason, right? Said, well, we can't do that. Maybe we should get the dwarves to help. So he goes to see his good friend, the Dwarf King, right? And said, oh, we're very good friends. Come here to see King Flippity Flop, whatever his name is. They said, no, fuck off. What? No, I want to see my friend, King Flippity Flop. No, fuck off. They said, I said, okay, I invoke the right of a Ponfar, or whatever, fuck, okay? Battle by combat. So then they bring him. So this is the one good bit in it, by the way. This is, I think, and I don't know if this is Tolkien, right? I just think it's. I think it probably is. But you get to see like the elf caves, not the elf caves, the dwarf caves at their height, right? I think this is really cool, right? When you have like these, like the lighting is directed around and on technology. And Elrond liked it, and in comes his friend who's fucked off with him like crazy, and they got to have a contest. So we are going to do something completely original. Okay, what will we do? We're going to do that thing from the Dark Crystal where you hit rocks, right? But that's not so original. Yes, it is. Call the Dark Crystal horn. Da, 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 da. So first goes Dwarf Man. Rah! Yay! Dark Crystal! Whoa, Dark Crystal! Meanwhile, okay, so next morning, Bilbo goes to check, not Gandalf, and he's all like trying to make was clearly a constellation, and he's like, oh, he doesn't talk at all. He's like, whatever. It's just stupid. And he's trying to converse, but he doesn't understand. And she gives him some food, and he eats it. Meanwhile, because she's not there, Fat Friend can't help properly, and an accident happens. Doink, and Bilbo Baggins' father gets bonked on the foot as his foot broken. Anyway, and she comes running and is like, ah! He says, stay back, I'm dealing, sort of. So they check it and they're like, oh, that does not look good, right? He's like, I don't think you're going to be able to do anything on that for a while. And then Henry's look, can he move? Nope, we're stuck here for a bit. Meanwhile, Galadriel is swimming along in the middle of fucking ocean. Swim. Okay, she's never going to drown, right? Just swim. Oh, but I'm so stunning and brave. I am powered by my stunning braveness. And she finds a boat of people, right? So this boat is a survivor, the survivors from the shipwreck or some shit. We don't know. And somebody goes to bring her on, and they're like, "No, wait, we can't bring her on. We don't have enough resources because we don't have food or water, right? Which doesn't really matter anymore, right? And they got to try and work out where she's from, what's going on, and like, well, no, I'm stunning and brave. Okay, look at this performance. This is what she's like. This is the one note you get through the entire thing, right? And they say, oh, look, a ship's coming. We're saved. But it's not a ship at all. It's their ship, right? It's the wreck of their ship, which is wrapped around a sea monster. So it kind of changes direction, right? Now it feels like it's going from the opposite direction. Galadriel, of course, is stunning and brave and jumps off and just legs it, right, from the sea monster because she's stunning and brave. As she swims, and she swam, because I can swim forever. It's okay. I don't need food. I don't need water. I don't need rest. No. And then she's like, no, I'm not drowning because I'm stunning and brave. She finds the one survivor, and he brings her on. And it's like, she's not very grateful, as I recall. Right. Meanwhile, they're breaking rocks. Hooray! And breaking rock. Oh, look, we got another girl elf. Jesus, it's such shit, isn't it? And he tries and he fails, and he like lays the hammer down. So fine, get out. He's like, well, can you escort me out, please? They're gladly. So fine, they go in this giant elevator thing, and you find out he's really pissed off because Elrond hasn't been there for 20 years, which for him apparently is like a blink of the eye. But says, I've got married, I've had children, you haven't showed up, you haven't seen anything. He's like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. Look, I'll be smug and condescending. How about this? Okay, come to dinner then. Okay. So he meets the wife, and the wife is a fat black woman because why not? And the kids are cute. And he looks smug with himself because he's just smug, right? He's just a smug cunt, right? Everybody in this is a smug cunt. That's essentially the right of this. Can we be smug cunts? Yes, we can. So they eat together, and the wife's really happy to see him. So he speaks of you all the time. He really and he's so happy to see you at last. And they get on well, and she basically breaks the ice, and they're just cute together. And she said, "Look, can't we just let bygones be?" I understand he's been a smug cunt and he's ignored you all your life. I said, "Look, that sapling he gave me grew." He said, "Yeah, he tends it like it's his third child because he still loves Elrond. Oh, he loves him so much. It's a man, right? It's a bromance, of course. Yeah, it's but it's a strong bromance. Oh, it's so bro. It's so mance. Anyway, I digress. So he gave him a sapling of their elf tree, and it grew into a giant tree. Everyone said it wouldn't grow here, but he made it grow because he loved it. Said anyway, we love must make it grow. I said, "Oh, come on, can't we just sort it out, make everybody happy again?" Meanwhile, Gladriel is with this bloke, and he's like, so where are you from? What's going on with you? So, and she's all pissed off with him. Said, "What kind of man deserts his brethren?" Like, same one as you, apparently. You. I mean, where are you from? What's going on? I lost my ship. Anyway, so they talk, and she finds out that orcs have torn them out from her house. Oh, I'm seeing the evil orc logo. Oh, no, that must be Sauron is close. Or not at all. I don't know. So apparently orcs drove them out of their town. They said, "Orcs are back." Oh, that means Sauron must be coming back. I said, "Well, what would you say if I can tell me more and I'll be able to get you back home?" Look at her. Just like the whole... I don't understand. Who's this meant to be appealing to? Oh, my God. And she's like, "Yeah, maybe I can get your land back. I fought this foe from before you were born when the sun was first formed." Oh, shut up. Meanwhile, where are we now? Oh, fine. Yeah, she's run back and told the village that there's a weird thing burrowing. Oh no, it's going to kill us all. She said, "Oh, look, just piss off with your elf loving, you a traitorous cunt." Essentially. And it's like, "No, where are we going to go?" I said, "No, we're done. The elves are gone. Let's just move on." Meanwhile, her son is like, "Oh, I can't stand elves, even though I'm half elf." Anyway, she hears a mice from the ground. He starts hammering. "Ah!" And then he sees an eye look back at him. And, "Oh!" Meanwhile, elf boy is in the tunnel. He finds his tooth. And he keeps looking, and he gets chased by something bigger. And he jumps into water. He swims around. And anyway, he's waiting for them to attack. He's waiting, and they grab him from behind. And okay. Meanwhile, she's running back to her house now, and she's devastation. There's what happened here? And I said, "Just get the fuck out! There's a monster here!" And so she goes, instead of running away, she goes to hide. And she sees, I guess it's an orc, right? Or some big monster thingy. And it starts attacking, but she's stunning and brave. "I am woman, hear me roar!" Rah! And look at me, yay! I'm the Yaz Queen Slay. And she brings the head of the orc in, and or whatever it is, says, "Look, there are monsters. We got to go hide." You see, I was right all along. That expression of pure being pure condensation. Is it condensation? Yeah. God. Oh, this is the vibe of the whole show. Awful. Anyway, Gladriel is now I don't know, it's a stout storm. They don't have food, they don't have water, and they're on this little raft after swimming. It's so fucking stupid. Every time I think about it, I can't think how stupid it is. She jumped off a boat in the middle of the ocean and swam and had to find a raft that then got blown up, and she found another bit of the raft, and she was cunty to the one person on it. That's the story of Gladriel so far. right? And she falls down and being dragged down by this rope. I'm like, oh, thank God. Oh God, Pussy Boy's gonna save her. I must save Gladriel. I'll take your silver dildo and cut you free. And she makes it up. And she pulls him up to the raft because she needs him. He needs her, obviously. Meanwhile, not Gandalf looking at the stars, and they bring these lanterns full of fireflies, and she uses the firefly to make a constellation. So okay, just go ask Lenny Henry. Don't spend time trying to work it out. Lenny Henry is the person who knows, right? God, just get it done. So meanwhile, dwarf guy goes to see his father, and oh God. Oh, I forgot. So we got the first mystery box of not Gandalf. Who is Mystery Boy, right? And he's like, well, I don't really trust the elves, right? So no, I trust him. Said, well, let's look at this. Do you remember that thing in Pulp Fiction? We got it right here. We got literally a mystery box. Let's look at that mystery box. Oh, there's a mystery in that box. What a mystery. What a box. Yes, we are mystery box. Meanwhile, the half elf boy, whatever, pulls out the sword and he cuts himself on it, and it starts to regrow. What's happening? Meanwhile, they got to run away. They go to the abandoned elf fortress. Meanwhile, oh, thank God it's over. After they finally get a night's sleep, after being stunning and brave and not eating for a few months, after swimming non-stop for a few weeks, and they wake up and they're found by a ship. Dun, dun, dun. Listen, as I said, this is absolute gold for House of the Dragon, right? Nothing makes House of the Dragon look better than this absolute shit. This absolute dire, absolute shit. It's awful. It's fucking awful. I can't. That's the only way I really say it. It's fucking awful. Oh, I mean, I'm glad I don't know Tolkien enough to know how bad it is. It is fucking awful. Okay, just awful. Yes, the gold-plated dildo of power. That's it. It's man. I believe there's an afterlife, of course. Being a rabbinical cove, I believe that very much. But some part of me hopes I'm wrong. So Tolkien is just dead, and he'll never ever be able to notice what has been done to his beloved fiction that he created by illegitimate, non-talented cunts. Which everybody's taking a backseat to my head. Just look at this though. This is funny. Completing cool. So the shills have started already. I mean, they turn off the comments on what's it called again? On the Amazon site, because it's so bad, right? It's just so intensely bad. Here, 1 second. TV, looking for the yeah, this is it. Stupid. It's so dumb. Yeah, 1 second. Share screen. So yeah, they're going to say, so you can't be review bombed. Oh, by toxic men. No, it's not being review bombed. You just made shit, right? So the shield started already. Look at this. Lord of the wings of power shines. Tolkien bros be damned. We don't care. He didn't like it. The Lord of the Rings in all its epic glory. Shit, right? So it's basically saying 25 million watched. Should we read it? Because it's going to be so smug. Right? They're always so smug until, and they take the first minute to claim victory. And they always pretend their complete failure never happens when it did. Got to read all this shit. Yeah, maybe. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm kind of, maybe. It's late, but I feel like screaming at something. Lord of the Rings of Power, first 2 episodes are up on Prime Video as we speak, and for the series may be scoffed at as second. it was announced. It arrived with much fanfare. Well, it did, and it was awful. Having many masters to serve, the first trailer debuted. The first 2 episodes do exactly what they need to. It does it well. No, what? Be awful, absolutely awful feminist shit, full of the Shire of Mary Sue's. It's shit. Oh, I'm Gladriel. Oh, I'm so stunning. I'm so brave. That's not good. This is far and away one of the most beautiful to look at. You are so sucking Jeff Bezos' cock now, you lying cunts. To look at the shows that we have seen, and though that masks some of the problems, nothing here is a deal breaker. Everything's a deal breaker. This has nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. And let's be clear about something. None of the problems with the show are the ones that most people complain about. That it's shit with bad characters that I don't care about, right? Most of them destined for their families to be completely wiped out because they're black, right? Other than that, no adaptation of any piece of literature. This is an adaptation. This has nothing to do with Lord of the Rings, right? Should be a slave to the source material. No, but it should have a nodding relationship with it. Lord of the Rings are sacred texts to some, but for the majority of people, like the casual viewers, will this go a long way to getting more people into the books and lore? No, absolutely not. Absolutely, you are fucking lying or delusional, or both. Sure, just like Peter Jackson film did in the 2000s, and that is great. No, they won't, because they got nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. There is no there's no similarity between this and Lord of the Rings. But this is an adaptation. No, it's not. Not everything is going to be word for word on the page. It's not. There's no connection. It's the appendices. They paid $250 million for rights to the appendices, and they still fucked it up. Don't like that Galadriel warrior though, through and through. That's fine, but that also may say something more about you and your prejudices. My prejudices against shit two-dimensional Mary Sue characters, right? That's my prejudices, right? I like characters to have some reality to them. This is a shit, boring character played by, for some reason, to be an insufferable cunt. Insufferable, smug cunt who's always right. Surrounded by men who are always wrong. That may say more about you than it does about... No. You and your prejudices. Your prejudices are you're an idiot. You're a tribal idiot. That's all. Because you can't think beyond your tribal lines. Because you're a fucking idiot. After viewing these episodes, I made the mistake of going to the social media to see what they thought. And that was a big mistake. I think Tolkien fans rival Star Wars bows for toxicity. My God, I feel a vagina growing in me just by being contacted by your deep pussiness. With that out of the way, I approached the series as a huge fan who made about 13 pages of Lord of the Rings. That's about it. Then you're not a huge fan. I went into these first 2 episodes wanting to be entertained, and boy was I. Really? You must be a moron. You must be a brain-dead moron then. And what, you didn't notice the heavy-handed ideology in feminism? You didn't notice that Galadriel wasn't a character, right? You didn't notice that all the Mary Sues. And you just think any female character, no, any character with no flaws is a female character with no flaws and is a perfect hero is a Mary Sue. We have at least 2 in this piece of shit. 3. Right? Right from the beginning, okay, you just ridiculous. No. This is, yeah. The ring shines. It's not. It's just shit. Okay, I'm not reading this. it's just unwatchable shit that you're shilling for because you're either being paid and you're lying, or a tribal cunt and you're lying to yourself. Right? One of the two. I don't know which. I just know freaking awful. Okay, absolutely awful. But new Rick and Morty tomorrow, so that should be a palate cleanser after House of the Dragon. Fine. With that, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm back on the. I'll be back live on Tuesday. Tomorrow I've got a Dalek video coming out, and I don't know what else. Maybe probably this one. Probably this Rings of Power review. Very good. Henry